Be so consistent that you become unstoppable. Let me tell you something simple but powerful. Success is not built on heroic days. It's built on ordinary days done extraordinarily well. Most people are waiting for motivation. Winners are building discipline. They don't wait to feel ready. They show up ready. Consistency is the quiet force that turns dreams into facts. It's not flashy. It doesn't shout. It whispers every day, do it again and again and again. You don't need to be extreme once in a while. You need to be excellent a little bit every day. Think about this. A small act done daily beats a massive effort done occasionally. Reading 10 pages a day beats reading 300 once a year. Saving a little every week beats hoping to win big someday. Training your mind and body consistently beats trying to restart your life every Monday. You don't change your life in one moment. You change your life by changing what you do repeatedly. Most people are inconsistent with the basics. They work hard sometimes. They think big occasionally. They commit when it's convenient. But the unstoppable person, they do the basics better than most people do the complex. They show up when they don't feel like it. They keep promises to themselves. They turn "I'll try" into "I will." Here's the truth. Your future doesn't care about your intentions. It only responds to your habits. You don't get paid for your potential. You get paid for your performance. And performance is built on repetition. Every day you either strengthen your discipline, say, or weaken your destiny. There is no neutral ground. Consistency is what separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the builders, the hopeful from the unstoppable. And let me tell you something important. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So build systems that make success inevitable. Wake up with intention. Work with focus. Learn something every day. Guard your time like it's your future, because it is. Don't ask, do I feel like doing this today? Ask, what does the person I want to become do today? Because your identity is shaped by your actions. If you act like a champion long enough, you don't just feel like one, you become one. Consistency is the compound interest of self-development. At first, you won't see much change, but give it time, and suddenly people will say, wow, you're lucky. Lucky? No, you were consistent. You stayed when others quit. You worked when others rested. You believed when others doubted, and now you're unstoppable. So don't look for the perfect day. Create a powerful routine. Don't wait for inspiration. Build discipline. Don't chase motivation. Chase mastery. Because when you become consistent, you become confident. When you become confident, you become courageous. And when you become courageous, you become unstoppable. Start today. Do the simple things well. Do them daily. And one day, the world will call you successful. But you'll know the truth. You just refuse to quit. Every lasting transformation starts from the inside out. Long before your results change, your identity must change. You don't rise because of what you wish for. You rise because of what you repeatedly do. Each small action you take is a signal to your mind about who you are becoming. When you act with discipline today, you are not just completing a task, you are shaping your character. If you tell yourself you are committed, but your actions say otherwise, your mind gets confused. But when your behavior and your words align, something powerful happens. You begin to trust yourself. That self-trust is the foundation of confidence. And confidence is what allows you to aim higher, move faster, and persist longer. Identity is not something you discover. It is something you build. You build it through daily choices. You build it when you show up on time. You build it when you finish what you start. You build it when you do the right thing even when no one is watching. Every disciplined action reinforces the belief, this is who I am now. You don't become successful first and then act disciplined. You act disciplined first, and success has no choice but to follow. The person you are becoming is created in the moments when it would be easier to quit, delay, or make excuses, but you don't. Over time, these choices stop feeling forced. They start feeling natural. Your standards rise. Your excuses fall. Your self-image shifts from trying to being, and when your identity changes, your future changes with it, because the strongest force in your life is not your goals, it's the person you believe you are. Big success is never the result of one dramatic decision. It is built quietly, patiently, through small actions repeated day after day. People often overestimate what they can do in 1 week and underestimate what they can do in 1 year. That's because progress is invisible at first. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It grows beneath the surface before it ever shows above it. A single good choice may not seem important in the moment. Reading a few pages, practicing for 30 minutes, saving a small amount of money, making one healthy meal, none of these feel life-changing. But done consistently, they change everything. They stack, they compound, they multiply. The world rewards what you do repeatedly, not what you do occasionally. You don't get strong from one workout. You don't get wise from one book. You don't build character from one good decision. You earn those things from steady, faithful effort over time. Most people quit because they don't see results fast enough. They stop planting because they haven't seen a harvest. But growth doesn't work that way. First comes the root, then the shoot, then the fruit. If you stay consistent through the invisible phase, you eventually reach the unstoppable phase. Every small action is a brick. Alone, it looks meaningless. Together, they build a fortress. And one day, you look back and realize your life didn't change because of one big moment. It changed because you refused to stop doing the small right things. That's how ordinary people create extraordinary results. Most people wait to feel inspired before they act. But inspiration is unreliable. It comes and goes with mood, weather, and circumstance. If your progress depends on how you feel, then your future is always at risk. Real growth begins when you learn to act in spite of how you feel. Discipline is not punishment, it is direction. It's the ability to tell yourself this matters even when comfort is calling you elsewhere. Discipline is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, goals stay in your imagination. With it, they become inevitable. Motivation says, I'll start when I'm ready. Discipline says, I'll start because I decided. The disciplined person doesn't negotiate with excuses. They honor commitments. They build routines that carry them forward when emotions run out. They don't ask, do I feel like it? They ask, is this aligned with the person I'm becoming? When you rely on discipline, your life becomes stable instead of scattered. You stop starting over. You stop needing a push. You become your own momentum. There will be days when you feel tired, distracted, doubtful. Discipline is what shows up on those days. It doesn't need enthusiasm, it needs intention. And intention, repeated daily, becomes strength over time. Discipline simplifies your life. Fewer regrets, fewer excuses, more results. You stop chasing motivation and start creating progress. And once progress becomes a habit, success is no longer something you hope for. It's something you expect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, something powerful happens inside you. You may not notice it right away, but your confidence grows quietly. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through. And when you trust yourself, you stop hesitating and start moving with purpose. Momentum is born from action, not from waiting. The first step may feel small, but it creates movement. Movement creates belief. Belief creates courage. And courage changes the way you approach life. You stop asking for permission. You stop doubting your worth. You start acting like someone who knows where they're going. Consistency removes fear by replacing it with familiarity. When you show up again and again, the unknown becomes normal. Challenges don't scare you as much because you've trained yourself to face them. What once felt uncomfortable becomes your new standard. With momentum, progress feels natural instead of forced. You don't push your life uphill, you walk it forward. Each win, no matter how small, adds fuel to your confidence. And confidence doesn't just make you feel good, it makes you bold. Soon, people notice something different about you, not your words, but your energy, not your plans, but your presence. You carry yourself like someone who's already on the way, and that's when life starts to respond differently to you. Opportunities find you, resistance weakens, doubt fades, not because you became perfect, but because you became consistent. In the end, everything comes back to one simple truth: who you become is shaped by what you do every day. Identity is built through action. Great results come from small, repeated efforts. Discipline outlasts motivation. And confidence grows from keeping promises to yourself. You don't need to be extraordinary once in a while. You need to be dependable every day. When you choose consistency, you choose power. You choose progress over excuses. You choose growth over comfort. And over time, those choices stack up into something unstoppable. So start where you are. Do what you can. Do it again tomorrow. Because the person who refuses to quit always wins in the end.